The first term we'll be talking about is an airfoil. An airfoil is a structure curved to produce lift. When people talk about airfoils, they often talk about the wings of the aircraft. What's often forgotten is that propellers are also considered airfoils. The only difference is that a propeller creates lift forwards, and we call that thrust to separate the two forces. The next term is the chord line. But before that, there are still two mini terms that you need to know. They are the leading edge and the trailing edge. The leading edge is the front of the airfoil, and the trailing edge is the end of the airfoil. With those definitions in mind, we can talk about the chord line. The chord line is simply an imaginary line between the leading edge and the trailing edge of the wing. As long as you know where the leading and trailing edges are, you just need to play connect the dots to find the chord line. The next term is camber. The camber is the curvature of an airfoil. In this diagram, you can see that there are three cambers. The upper and lower cambers are just the upper curvature and the lower curvature, respectively. And when you get an average, that is the mean camber. The fourth term is the wingspan. Wingspan is the distance measured from wingtip to wingtip. This is another easy term. Again, just play connect the dots with the two tips of the wing and you will get the wingspan. Next up is the wing area. The way to calculate the wing area is just by multiplying the average length by the average width. A good way to remember this is that it is the same as calculating the area of a rectangle. The next term is planform. Planform is the shape of the wing viewed from above. These are a couple of examples of wing planforms. Up next is aspect ratio. The aspect ratio is the ratio of wingspan to wing chord. Gliders typically have a higher aspect ratio because of their ability to reduce induced drag, while aircraft such as fighter jets have a low aspect ratio for their high maneuvering ability. The next term is the angle of incidence. This is the angle between the chord line and the longitudinal axis. This is important as it defines your optimal takeoff speed. Do note that on most aircraft, this angle is locked in place, so you really can't change it. Before we talk about the last term in this video, let's talk about relative airflow. This is the airflow with respect to the wings. You can think of this as the airflow opposing to the aircraft's motion. When thinking about relative airflow, be sure to first ask yourself this: what is the aircraft's current motion? In situations like stalls, although the aircraft's nose is up, the aircraft is actually dropping downwards, meaning the relative airflow is not a horizontal line and instead in more of a 45-degree angle. This is very important as it is crucial to understanding the last term, which is the angle of attack. The angle of attack is the angle between the chord line and the relative airflow. This is a very important idea in aviation as this determines a lot of what you can and cannot do.